fucking all day I've had no internet. It wasn't that arse really, but I was more worried about calls. I couldn't call anybody.
Hold on one sec, bro.
I could take a call because I told my man to ring me. She rang me and walked. I kept having to turn on and on.
I transferred that bit of information into the text box, and it took about 2 seconds, and the piece that said on top of a pillar of salt, they removed it within the space of 2 seconds. I had to type it in on that bit there. They say, why would you do something like that? Well, you see these towers, these probably existed all over the world. That salt tower that Simeon is supposed to have prophesied on top of was in Aleppo. That's in Syria. So at the time when the Vatican was attacking all of the Middle East and destroying real Christianity, they were using the Islam to do it. So all of this information about the salt towers dispersing negative energy and all of this stuff was destroyed by Islam on behalf of the Vatican, and all that information was suppressed. But luckily enough now you can dig it out. So salt towers. So in Psalm 61 it says, lead me to the rock and the high tower. At the ends of the earth has been a strong refuge or a hiding place from the enemy. So basically Ireland wasn't, when King David used to disappear into Ireland, he'd hide in Ireland because the salt towers would hide Ireland from the Archon reality, and that was his refuge. And it used to be called High Brazil. Ireland used to be called High Brazil. It was a paradise island, it was, where the high king of their world, he ruled over the world. Says the Lord says, son of my right hand, come sit at my right hand, and I'll make your enemies your footstool. And in another verse in the Psalms it says, ask me and I will give you the heathen for your heritage. So the whole world was his. So there he is there. So Ireland is the land of milk and honey. All them salt towers were filled with salt. They dispersed negative energy. When the heathen and the parasites were coming into tears, when they were looking for Ireland, they couldn't find it. Even the people that were sent here by God had trouble finding it. The militians had trouble finding Ireland. So basically, you're being lied to, and no one wants this information out there. I was handing this information out the other day, and students who are supposed to be there to learn attacked me for sticking up posters. There was hundreds of posters on the boards in this college, but for some reason, because my ones were the only ones that they didn't want up there. This poster here and another one. So the tower, Simeon and the towers of salt. So them towers were in Aleppo in 390 BC. Yeah, they recorded as being in Aleppo was 390 BC. The prophet Simeon sat on top of a tower, a pillar of salt, and prophesied. So they existed in all the pre-Catholic Christian world. But when the Vatican started to spread out on all of the churches and temples and stuff like that, spread across the earth like a computer virus spreads through a computer. That's what happened. Now you have the Vatican sitting over all the religions of the world. They're all in the legions of Satan, the legion of Cain. And you get Satanised in the Vatican and become a saint. And these islands, after they broke down the towers, called the isles of saints and scholars. So basically, there was two different dimensions on this earth. Probably a couple of different dimensions. That's why you have tales of fairies and folklore of people living underground and magical kingdoms and stuff, because of different dimensions. So the Archon reality is basically the one. It's like two bubbles, one pushing against the other. One is getting larger and one is getting smaller. That's what's been happening for the past 6,000 years, and it's coming to an end now. So why all this information is coming to light. So basically, there's a few other realms and kingdoms on the firmament and under the firmament. There's stuff underneath us as well. So basically, there's kingdoms underneath us with creatures that are not human. There's probably humans down there, and there's kingdoms above us. The throne of the Prince of Tyre, for instance. So basically, you have been filled full of shit all your life. what they're telling you in the college. That's the reason why when someone like me goes in and puts up, this is all information I've hunted down from reliable sources. This is not me just making up as I go along. Any bit of information you see on these papers, you can go and check it up yourself, and you can get back to me on the website address if you think that I'm filling you full of shit. So basically, in the not too distant future, them towers are going to be filled back up with rock salt, and that's all there is to it. And then we will live in a different dimension. And then when the fire and brimstone, the size of shekels, comes flying down on top of the rest of the people who aren't on these islands, because these are the land of milk and honey, they're going to have a bit of difficulty, you know. They're going to have a bit of difficulty when dodging fire and brimstone, hailstones of what's it said there? This just tells you the size of them now. But salt disperses negative energy basically, and if you take salt inside you, it's good for you. And these towers, the Archon reality can't operate at full power while these towers are full of salt. So basically that's what them towers are for. And the reason why they're having difficulty dating when they were built is either they're lying through their teeth, or else only in 900. So we can probably accurately date when the towers were taken out of action, and that's 900, because that's when they're saying the towers were built. That's when they can date the carbon dating from. But in actual fact, these they can date carbon 14 from 900. But in actual fact, these towers were around hundreds and hundreds of years, but they didn't age, and not people didn't age. There's more proof that people didn't age in old writings. If you go onto the Book of Invasions and you look at the coming of the Milesians, one of the guys who came to Spain and Ireland from the Holy Land, he was actually alive and witnessed the fall of the Tower of Babel. That's a fairly long time period. See, that's a normal time period, but we have abnormal lifespans. Us today and the people before us, in the past generations just before us, they had an abnormal lifespan. So to live a short life of 100 years is abnormal, but we see it as normal because it's happening to us all. But it's actually abnormal. It's not right. So a normal lifespan is millennia, thousands of years, probably even eternity for some. Hopefully for most, but who knows? I bet the girls like the shape of that.
Yeah.